Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Abby. I make a lot of videos about beauty and makeup. But today there's going to be a surprise. I've never really talked about this on any of my videos, and I've never really discussed this with much of anyone. But today I just want to discuss depression. First of all, I tried changing my shirt for this video because, I didn't like the shirt I was wearing. I was wearing a red shirt over here, and I changed, but now this shirt's full of wrinkles where I folded it and didn't put it in my closet. And I tried to wet it with a spray bottle, like they said on the DIY videos. I don't have enough time for this because this video's got to be up tomorrow. But originally, I was going to put up another video. It was one about my skincare routine, but that's going to have to wait because this is a lot more important. I'm usually a lot more happy-go-lucky kind of person, but, again, like I said, we're talking about depression. I have depression. I didn't really, notice it much when I was younger, but a lot of things took place when I was younger. I was abused when I was little. My brother died when I was 6, and, that was really hard. Not at first, but, it's really hard now. Sorry, there was a bug. But, he died, and all kinds of things have happened since then. It didn't hit me. Nothing that, bad that happened doesn't hit you when you're younger because you really don't know what's going on unless, when you're younger. Nothing, that's, I don't want to sound rude because I know a lot of people that have been hurt by, their parents passing away or something. But that's not what I mean. I mean something that's not extremely traumatizing but still traumatizing doesn't really affect you as a younger child until you get older and you really have matured and know how messed up that is. But I was abused when I was younger. My brother died when I was 6. And everything went downhill from that. I'm 12 years old now. I live with my grandparents. I was adopted by them when I was 8. But everything's been piling on, and today was the worst day ever. I didn't start out bad today, but, today was just an off day. I came into 4th period, or no, it was 3rd and 4th because I have those connected because I have a math class and they're usually an hour and a half. But, I came into 3rd and 4th and I really wasn't in, a good mood. People have already irritated me throughout the day, and it was only 3rd period. It was only, 10 in the morning, okay? Keep in mind. But, I was just in a bad mood because people have irritated me earlier, and I had a lot of stuff on my mind. I went to a guidance counselor's office a couple of months ago because of the same issue. And, it's really hard talking about what goes on because there's really, I don't want to come off as rude here, but nobody really understands. They don't know what to say. They're dumb. I don't want to sound rude or anything. And if you have depression or something, or, you have anxiety or anything, anything that compares to what I have, you would understand it's, kind of hard because nobody knows what to say. And Miss Haynes, my guidance counselor, she's helped me a lot. But she said that it's always good if there's nobody to talk to or if there's nobody to understand. Then always to write out your feelings or something. And just write out your feelings, read over them, and put them somewhere safe. And if you don't feel that way after you write those things, you feel calmer, fold it up, rip it up, and throw it away. Just like when you throw away, let's say, you saw something, you hear somebody say something bad about you. Just brush it off. I'm not saying that she shouldn't have said that, but, again, she was, dumb. She didn't understand what I was going through. and that was really hard for me. But she was kind of right about the whole, like, write your feelings down and stuff. So, again, I was in third and fourth, and I had a lot of things on my mind. Like, I could not concentrate on my work. Thank God we had laptops that, like, today. And, like, I was, like, crazy busy and stuff. And, like, we were about to, like, start, like, work, and she's like, only if you want to join me, you can join me with this whole work stuff. If you don't, you can stay on your laptops and work and do math stuff. I didn't necessarily feel like doing the math problems. Sorry, that's like, I got a scar right here. But I didn't necessarily feel like doing my math problems with her, but I definitely did not want to be on my laptop because I hate staring at electronics for a long time because it's like irritating and I hate it. It's like so boring. So again, I had a lot of things on my mind, so I figured I had some extra time on my hands. I'd just write it out and see what happens and see if I can lift this off my shoulders. Well, she was teaching, and she was about to go to the back of the room and wait on people to finish their worksheets so she could go ahead and grade them and check them and stuff. And as she walked by me, she saw me writing, and I didn't have a laptop out, and I wasn't working on the problems because I didn't grab a sheet. She said, well, what are you working on? And I said, I've just got a lot of stuff on my mind, and I was like really getting anxious at this point because I didn't want her to read what I was writing. At the same time, like, I didn't want to sound like it was suspicious that I was writing notes to somebody or something. And she was like, what are you writing? And I said, I've just got a lot of stuff on my mind right now, and it would be, like, really helpful just to write some stuff down. And she said, do you mind if I read it? Like, it was in a really calm voice, though. Like, she was like, do you mind if I read it? Because she knows my background, because at the beginning of the year, she asked us all to write down, like, our life stories and stuff. And I told her my whole life story. And, I said, like, I didn't want it to sound suspicious, like I was writing a note to somebody, or like there was a lot of bad things in there, which there wasn't. But, like, I said, yeah, you can read it as long as you don't discuss any of the stuff I wrote in here with anybody else. And she said, of course you know I won't do that, because you know I'm a lot like you. Keep in mind, she's not like me at all. I mean, she might have had a background like me, but that's the worst thing to say to somebody when they have depression. Like, oh my God, I know what you've been through. Girl, you don't have depression. You don't know. But, she said that, and, she read it, and she said, I think you need some help. I'm going to call the office. She called the office, and she requested that I needed to see a guidance counselor right away. And she sat me out in the hall, nice and quiet, because by then I'd burst out into tears, because there was so much overwhelming. And like Miss Haynes said, to write all your feelings out. But that just made it on my mind more and more and more. And, like, it overwhelmed me, and I let it all out. I did not care. If the whole class saw my makeup running all the way down my face, I didn't care. But, she took me out in the hall, and she said, do you believe in God? And I said, yes. She said, do you go to church? And I said, no, my family's not very, like, faithful, because we have both two different religions on our hands, so we don't go to church a lot. And she said, well, if you ever feel like killing yourself, because I wrote about not wanting to be on this earth, or like wanting to have joy in my life, she said, if you ever feel like killing yourself, remember, Jesus has got you. If you ever want to hurt yourself in any way, shape, or form, remember, just think about Jesus wrapping his arms around you, and he's got you. That doesn't help. I'm just saying. I mean, if you have depression and it helps you, good for you. I just wish it would help me. But I can't think of it like that, because I'm just not a religious person. Like, yes, I believe in Jesus. I believe in the afterlife and stuff like that. But I don't feel like Jesus would be there for me because of all of the things I've done in my life. Like, I've done a lot of stupid things. But she did say, remember, just think about Jesus wrapping his arms around you and protecting you. I tried my hardest, and I tried to wipe my tears away, and I wiped them away, and I went to the guidance counselor's office. Now, Miss LaJoy, when my brother died, he went to school, and she was guidance counselor at my school. And she was, like, the best. Like, I loved her so much. And she knew how, like, she used to, like, do, like, children therapy with me, along with another therapist that I had. But, like, it really wasn't helping because, like, what are you supposed to fix as a child when you really don't, I don't know. I really didn't have much feeling when I was a kid. Like, I didn't feel anything when I was a kid. Like, nothing fazed me. Nothing hurt me. I was like a badass as a kid. Let's just say that, okay? I'm probably gonna cut that out, but like, I was like savage, okay? But like, I went in there and I didn't want everybody to know about it, but she said, "Well, what brings you in here today?" And I said, "My mom, or not my mom, my bad. I said I was writing in class, like writing down my feelings because Miss Haynes told me like when you have stuff on your mind to write it down." And Miss Leaps read it, and she told me to show it to you. So I gave her the note, she read it, and she asked me if I wanted to kill myself right now. And I said, "Not at the moment, no, I'm okay right now." And she said, "I remember everything that happened when you were a kid. You were always a really tough kid." And in the end of the note, I remember this one sentence, or these two sentences, and they hit me so hard, and these last two sentences hit me so hard too. At the beginning, I said, "Life is so hard. Life is so, so hard." And at the end, I said, "I wish I'd just get a little bit of enjoyment out of my life. Life is just so hard. I don't want to be on this earth anymore." And I said, "Life used to be so good before." And I said, "It's like a new way of feeling, like everything's happening all over again. It's a new way of feeling, a new way feeling pain and agony all day long." And she called my mom and she told her, and the worst thing you can say to someone with depression is, don't write down your feelings, don't think about it. When you have depression, you can't exactly control what's in your mind, okay? But what made me the maddest is that when she called my mom, she's like, it didn't make me mad that she said she was going to recommend some therapists, but when I opened the letter that she was going to give to my mom, like with the recommendations for the therapist, I just want to see who she was recommending. She also recommended psych wards for me. Why would you recommend psychiatric facilities for a child? That made me so mad. And I told my mom, I said, before you open that letter, I want you to know she also recommended psychiatric facilities. And my mom said, "You don't need to go to a psychiatric facility." But I just want to kind of make this video for awareness for anybody that has depression or anything and the wrong things to say to somebody. My mom said, "Don't write about my personal life. Don't write about anything like that." And she said, what they do to you, like what they did to you, and like the decisions your parents made when you were a kid, like, and as an adult now, don't let that faze you. How am I not supposed to let that faze me? The decisions they made will affect me for the rest of my life. And my mom's going to set me up with a psychologist, and I just really wanted to make this video and just kind of blow off some steam because I'm having a really bad day. I'm sorry if you can't hear me because I don't want to talk loud because my parents are downstairs and my dad still doesn't know. And she's like, "Do you want me to call your dad at work?" And I said, "Don't call my dad. I don't want to talk to my dad." I didn't want to talk to my mom because my mom was in tears because she couldn't come down and talk to me about it and ask me about it. So Miss LaJoy read the letter to her, and it was like graphic and extremely detailed, and it was just hard to read, and my mom was in tears. I call my grandmother my mom now, but like she was in tears and she didn't understand. I just want to let people know, with someone that has depression, you can't just tell them to get over it. You can't just tell them life's hard, get over it, just brush it off. Someone with depression doesn't think like that. Honestly, somebody said that to me today, and she doesn't understand because she's never had anything like that. She's never thought like that. But when you're a kid, and when other kids talk to you about it, it's so much harder because they don't know what they're talking about. They don't understand. I just wanted to make this video in recognition. So this video is not going to be going up, and I forgot to mention, if you want a shout out like for your birthday, if your birthday is in May, like this month, comment on this video or any other videos I post in the month of May, and I will try to get as many of you as possible, and I will give you a shout out. But she didn't comment on this video, but she's like awesome, so I figured I'd give her a shout out. Happy birthday, Callista Yost. This is gonna be a day late, so happy late birthday, Callista. But her birthday is on the 10th. I think today's the 10th. Yeah, and also happy birthday, Garrett. He goes to my school. But yeah, just be sure to comment on this to get a shout out. And like this video, subscribe if you're new. And I'm sorry if you're new and you were just following upon this video, but I feel like it's something that not everybody understands. Like, if somebody doesn't understand what to say to a person, don't say anything to them about it, because it just makes things a lot worse. Like, the guidance counselors, like, they helped, but they also made a lot of things worse because they said the wrong things to me. Like, but anyways, thanks for watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up, and if you liked it, subscribe. Again, sorry to those of you that are new and stumbling onto this channel. I suggest you watch the rest of the videos on my channel, and you'll know that I'm not like this most of the time. But this is a really long video, so I better cut it like now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sending all of my love and all of my support to those of you that have depression. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye now.